This is a true story from when I worked at Home Depot that I wanted to share with you guys. I worked the part-time night shift, which was fairly easy. It was a 4-hour shift starting at 7 p.m. and ending at 11. I was working with my friends and coworkers, we'll call Trevor and Kenny, and the night was getting pretty slow. We had most of the freight done, and so we had plenty of time to stand around and bullshit. At one point, Trevor said he had to go to the bathroom, so Kenny and I just kept talking out in the aisle nearby. Everything seemed to be going fine when suddenly Trevor came rushing out of the bathroom. He looked like he had seen a ghost, and with a scared look in his eyes, he told us there was something in the bathroom we needed to see. Kenny and I exchanged confused looks but decided to follow Trevor into the restroom. Before we even got to the door, we could smell something putrid. The odor that wafted from the nearby bathroom was enough to make your nostrils sting. As I walked up to the door to open it, I noticed that my hands were sweaty and shaking, but I swallowed my fear and opened it. Immediately, I was slammed with one of the strongest, most pungent odors I've ever encountered. The lights were dimmed because it was after close, so it felt like I was walking into a bathroom straight out of Resident Evil. Within the first couple steps inside, I could already see what had Trevor terrified, so much so it had him sprinting out of the room like he was being chased by the devil himself. On the floor of the first stall, I could already see copious amounts of shit spillage all over. This is where the fear really struck me. I slowly creeped up to the open stall, and the closer I got to the stall, the closer I got to vomiting everywhere due to the sheer intensity of the smell. My hand gripped the stall handle, and as I opened it up, my heart sank. On the walls, all over the toilet itself, and on the floor, was an insane amount of fecal matter. That sight alone was enough to paralyze anyone out of pure terror. But that wasn't even the worst part. Inside the bowl of the toilet itself were rolls upon rolls of toilet paper, all completely stained with shit, and within that mass was nothing other than a plaid t-shirt that had clearly been used to wipe up some amount of the excrement. I imagined as much as the perpetrator could manage. I gagged from the sight and ran out of the bathroom as fast as I could. Once I was outside, I stopped to gasp for air, but the scent followed. I didn't think there was any chance of escaping. We made our way to the freight supervisor and told him he had to go check out the men's restroom. None of us had the courage to go back inside, so we waited far enough away to avoid subjecting ourselves to the horror a second time. He came out with the same look of terror that we had all experienced. The supervisor said that it wasn't his job to clean up an entire stall full of shit, so some poor janitor had to subject himself to hours of torture in order to get the stall in working order. The person who caused this whole event was never caught, but I hope that they might be witnessed someday so that no one must go through this horrific experience ever again.